Hey there, Lucy. Bad news, girlfriend. I'm pregnant. And your husband's the father. Wait. Anya? Is that you? I haven't heard from you for, what now, 5 years? And the first thing you say to me is, that? What's going on here? I just told you. I'm pregnant, and you're precious and faithful. Or so you thought. Husband Henry is the father. You know what that means, don't you? I bet you do. We went through the same sex ed class in middle school. Oh my God. Now that you mention it, Henry hasn't been around the house for some time now. I can explain that. He's been living in my apartment with me. You're a smart girl. You always got some of the best grades in the class. You know what you need to do now, don't you? Listen, Anya, there are certain lines that you shouldn't cross when trying to play a trick on someone. I mean, seriously, you're an adult. You should know better than to tell such ridiculous stories. Aw, you poor thing. You're trying so hard to hold on to your pride. But think about it. You've been trying for so long to get pregnant, but you still haven't been able to have a baby, right? You being a broken woman has kept Henry from having the child he's always wanted for 7 whole years. I'm not sure what you mean by broken woman, but if you're implying I'm infertile, the doctors have said no such thing. Henry's so lucky he found me. If not, he would have stayed childless and miserable with you forever. Oh, Lucy, it pains me to say this. Who am I kidding? It doesn't pain me at all. But this baby wasn't an accident. Henry wanted me to get pregnant. He wanted me to have his baby, and I gave it to him. What the? You got pregnant on purpose? I think you deserve to know that Henry says he has no use for a barren woman, and that he wants to divorce you and marry me. Well, this should be entertaining. Entertaining? What do you mean? Oh, it's nothing. Nothing at all. Congratulations, Anya. I wish you the best of luck. Oh my God, you're pathetic. But go ahead, keep up the act via text. I know you're crying your eyes out in real life. Just hurry up and divorce him as quickly as possible, got it? After all, I'm already 6 months pregnant. We'll probably wait until the baby's been born and things have settled down to have our wedding, but if possible, I'd like to file our marriage certificate before the birth. So yeah, be a dear and sign on the dotted line when you get the paperwork, okay? Bye-bye, girlfriend. Thanks so much for divorcing your husband, my husband. And it was just in the nick of time, too. I'm already in my last month. With this, we'll be able to get legally married before the birth with no problems at all. Did you get the divorce settlement payment in your account yet? Henry's parents were kind enough to foot the bill for us. We didn't have to pay anything. Isn't it great, marrying into a wealthy family? They can throw out thousands of dollars like that at the drop of a hat. I bet you miss this lifestyle already, huh? Wow, you already got married? That was quick. Of course we did. We took a picture of us together with the judge who married us. Do you want me to send it to you? I'll pass. Are you sure? I look really good in my white dress. And we made sure to edit my pregnant belly out of it. About that picture, are Henry's parents in it too? Huh? Yeah, they are. Most of the pictures were just me and Henry, but his mom and dad were really excited to take a picture with all of us, so we had someone take a picture of all 4 of us at the front of the courthouse. Why do you ask? They did the same thing when me and Henry took our marriage certificate to the courthouse, too. Oh, really? Well, I guess that makes sense. They're so excited for their son to get married. They want to tag along to see the exact moment that their marriage becomes legal, huh? And now you're jealous that they're doing it for me and not for you? Aw. I feel a lot of things right now, but jealous isn't one of them. There you go, acting all big and strong again. You should know, Henry's parents had a lot to say about you. Ever since they found out you were a useless, barren, dried-up excuse for a woman, they'd been waiting for you to divorce him, but you were just too stubborn. They were incredibly grateful to me, too. Not only did I give them their first grandchild that they'd been waiting 7 whole years for, I also got rid of the dead weight that's been holding Henry back for so long. That's you, by the way. Oh, Anya, you always knew how to make me laugh, even back in middle school. What's so funny? You really don't get it, do you? Get what? Oh, nothing. To be honest, I'd been wanting to divorce Henry too, so if you're honestly happy with hitching your wagon to that family, then I don't really have any reason to stop you. You have my full blessing to do whatever you want with him from now on. Lucy, what's with you? You're acting like you're enjoying this? Is that how I seem to you? Maybe there's something to that. Will you stop speaking so cryptically like that? It's getting creepy. Well, let's step the creepiness up a notch then, shall we? Henry and his family have some incredibly outdated beliefs about women. Like the kind that a simple internet search would cure in about 5 seconds if they ever cared enough to look it up. What, are you saying they're fundamentalist religious nuts or something? I don't believe you. The simpler explanation is just that they wanted an heir to carry on the family business. You being infertile meant that they were never going to get one, so they hated you. But fortunately for them, now they do have an heir because unlike you, I'm actually a real woman. Real women can have babies, you know. And guess what? We just found out that the baby's a boy. Well, just don't ever tell me that I didn't warn you. There is something very important about Henry that you apparently don't know, and his family's outdated beliefs are connected to that. Again, with the creepy, cryptic statements. Stop that! Great news, Lucy. The baby was just born. I swear he just popped right out of me. I barely even felt it. Oh, wow. The baby was born already? If I'm not mistaken, your due date wasn't for another few weeks, right? That seems kind of soon. Yeah, and so what? Early or not, the baby was born as healthy as a horse. What are you getting angry at me for? I was just concerned about you and the baby. Premature births carry a lot of risks. Surely you're aware of that. Oh, is that really why you asked? What's the matter? Can you think of another reason why I'd be asking? No, you creepy weirdo! The doctor said the baby was safe to be born any time, and the baby was born healthy. I don't see why anything else should matter. I'm healthy, the baby's healthy, Henry's happy. End of story. Really? Well, I'm glad for you then. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm at work right now and need to put away my phone. This is the life. We moved into Henry's parents' house so their maid could help take care of me and the baby. And let me tell you, their maid is incredible. She does all the cleaning and cooking so I don't have to lift a finger. Plus, Henry's parents are so thrilled about the birth of their grandson that I barely even have to look after him myself either. This is paradise. Oh, and by the way, about our wedding, it's scheduled for about 6 months from now. We booked the biggest venue in the state. And do you know how much Henry's parents are shelling out for the wedding? $100,000. Can you believe that? Obviously, I'm not going to invite you, but I'll be sure to send you tons of pictures of how awesome I look, huh? Today's the big day, Lucy. It's the day of me and Henry's wedding. You know, the one his parents paid $100,000 for. I told you about that, right? And oh my God, my dress is fabulous. They must have spent half the cost of the wedding on this dress alone. They had it custom made by an Italian designer, and let me tell you, that guy knows wedding dresses. Oh, today's the day, huh? Well, congratulations. What, didn't I tell you? I thought I did. I mean, you kinda did, but all you told me was that it was 6 months away. You never gave me any specifics. Oh, oopsie. Sorry, girlfriend. It was no big deal. I wasn't invited anyway. If your wedding is today, that means Henry's parents are out of the house right now. Uh-oh, are you planning on going berserk and trashing their house while they're away? You're still in love with Henry, aren't you? No and no. I was just thinking to myself via text, which now that I stop and think about it does seem kind of odd. But anyway, the thing is that I finally moved out of the house that Henry and I were living in just a little while ago. You what? Okay, you're definitely still in love with him. Please, I was just waiting until I found a decent place to move into, that's all. While I was boxing up my things for the move, I noticed that Henry had left behind quite a few of his own personal things. It wasn't just some junk that I could throw away, so I packed it all up in a box and sent it to Henry's parents' address since that's where he'd be living. The delivery company said that it should be arriving today. Well, that shouldn't be a problem. The delivery driver can just put it in the locking delivery box they have at the front door. Oh, they have one of those? They didn't before. Well, things change. I happen to have a wee bit of a shopaholic side to me. I buy things online all the time. They put it there just for little old me. I see. Well, in that case, I suppose there shouldn't be any problem then. Hey, I just told you your parents renovated their house for me. Doesn't that make you angry, jealous, sad, anything? I think I'll get back to unpacking now. Enjoy your wedding, Anya. Don't ignore me, Lucy. Make sure you take care of that box when you get home. Lucy, what is this? What is what? The box you sent in the mail today. Henry's parents got home from the wedding before us and opened it up. Uh-oh. But why did they do that? It was addressed to Henry, not them. They had no right to open it like that. Well, for what it's worth, I don't mind if they opened it. None of it's my stuff. It's all Henry's. Oh, well, I'm so glad that you're feeling just fine and dandy. Meanwhile, my life is in total chaos because of this. Yeah? Why's that? Henry, he's infertile? And not just kinda infertile. He's the you will never ever possibly have a child kind of really infertile. I didn't know that. His parents didn't know that. Not even Henry knew, but now they all do. So now they're telling me that they think Henry isn't the child's real father. They're demanding that I get a paternity test. Well, from what you're saying, I'm getting that there was apparently something in the box of Henry's stuff that showed he was infertile? Obviously, I thought that went without saying. Okay, well, I was just confirming. You kinda skipped over that part. Boy, you're really upset about this, huh? Was it maybe the envelope from the doctor that tipped them off? That was addressed to Henry directly, so I just sent it right over without opening it. Wow, that was his fertility test results? I was wondering when they would get those back to us. Are you saying that Henry had a fertility test done before we got married? But that doesn't make any sense. He never doubted that he was the father. At least, he never expressed any doubts to me. Why did he get a fertility test? We'd been trying for so long with no success that I figured one of us had to have some sort of issue, and after a ton of prodding, I finally got him to agree to both of us getting tested. So each of us went to a doctor that we knew and trusted and had them do a wide array of tests. As for why Henry didn't seem to know, this is just a guess, but the envelope arrived at the house just a little bit before the two of you got married, right? Well, back then he was living at your house. He was never at home to pick up the envelope. So he probably didn't know that he was infertile because he just never plain saw the test results. What? He went to all the trouble of getting tested, but he never even checked the results? Right? It's not like those tests were cheap either. I'll bet that since he was in a relationship with you and you got pregnant, he figured he didn't need to see the results. He thought you were his pregnancy test. Since he was assured that there was nothing wrong with him and that it was his barren wife who was the problem, he ran off with you and forgot all about the test. At least, that's the best explanation that I can come up with. What do you think, Anya? Got any better ideas? This can't be happening. I tried to tell you. Tell me what? I told you his family had some very outdated ideas about women. I wasn't referring to any religious belief, just the idea that fertility problems are all on women. They think men can't be infertile. They were thrilled that they finally had their grandson, but now they find out that the child they'd been fawning over for the last several months is probably not their grandson. Not only that, but now that they found out Henry can't have kids, they know that they will never have the grandson they dreamed of. That's got to be hitting them pretty hard right now. And keep in mind that this is all right after they forked out $100,000 for your wedding. Oh. Henry's dad invited a lot of big shots to your wedding, didn't he? Company executives, clients, business partners, and so on. It had to be a veritable who's who of the state's business scene. And since you lied and told them all that Henry was the father of your child, how do you think that's going to affect his dad's image when word about that inevitably gets out? There are going to be a lot of uncomfortable conversations at the negotiating table from now on. Oh no. I'm in a lot of trouble, aren't I? Yep, and you're gonna have to take care of it on your own. Oh my God. I'll leave you to sort out the ruins of your life then. Wait! You've got to help me do something, Lucy! I'm in deeper than I've ever been in my entire life. I have no idea what I should do about this. A short while later, both Anya and her child were unceremoniously booted out of Henry's parents' house. I heard from a friend that the results of the paternity test came back, and the result was exactly what everyone expected it to be. With nowhere else to go, Anya moved back in with her own parents. Her troubles didn't stop there, though. She was sued for paternity fraud by Henry's family for the amount of money they had spent on supporting her and her child up until the truth came out. And they also wanted her to pay them back for a portion of the $100,000 wedding they paid for. Anya's parents nearly fainted when they saw the grand total of the money she was on the hook for, so they promptly booted her out of their house, too. Understandably, they didn't want to be seen as aiding and abetting her fraud. She found a job at a factory with free employee housing, and her wages are being garnished to cover her legal bills. But wait, there's more. Henry's family company had been teetering on the brink of bankruptcy for some time. They threw the lavish wedding as a way of assuring his dad's business associates that the company is actually doing super-duper great. As you all know, however, that didn't turn out very well, and word spread around town pretty fast. I think their estate will be shrinking exponentially in the near future. On the bright side, though, now they don't need to worry about finding someone to take over the family business anymore.
Hey, Fiona, will you be ready to leave the house soon?
Hey, good morning, Wes. It's looking like my brother's going to be picking me up a little later than we planned. He said he can still come and get me on the way back to his place from the airport, but apparently there's been a major accident on the state highway and it's backed up like you wouldn't believe. He says he'll be arriving at my place an hour later than we scheduled.
I see. Sorry I couldn't take you to your brother's place myself. I would have loved to help out, but, well, yeah, that happened. I had no idea my boss would spring a business trip to Seattle on me when you were just 2 weeks out from giving birth. To make matters worse, I'd already applied to switch to remote work in preparation for the birth when he told me. I asked if there was anyone else who could go in my place, but apparently things are real rough at my company these days and we're suffering from a major manpower shortage.
What did you say the reason was again? Didn't the guy who was originally supposed to go on the Seattle trip end up in a hospital bed after getting into a car crash? You were literally the only person who was able to go, right? It's fine, babe, I get it. This one was out of your hands.
Thanks. They did know about my situation, so I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a little frustrating. But you're right, it couldn't be helped. Things are a little rough for the company right now. Of course, my mom does live next door to us, but she's about as useless as a chocolate fire hydrant, and if anything, she'd probably just get in your way if I asked her to get involved.
I'll make no comment on that one. Anyway, it's fine. Luckily, my brother and his wife said they'd take me in and look after me for a little while. Plus, they only live 10 minutes away from us, so the location is super convenient.
Yeah, no kidding. They've been total lifesavers on this one. My boss said I can fly back from Seattle early and cut the business trip short if there are any problems on your end, so don't hesitate to let me know if you need me, okay?
Okay, babe, gotcha. I'm sure I won't need to, but it's nice to know you'll be able to come back if anything happens.
Anyway, sorry, but I gotta head off and arrange a taxi to come get us now. Catch you later. You tell your brother and his wife I said thanks, okay?
Sure thing. Enjoy your business trip, babe. Fiona, go and buy me some eggs, bananas, a bottle of wine, and a big juicy steak this instant. Obviously, I want everything to be of the highest quality money can buy, which means you're going to get it from the luxury supermarket by the station. Anything less and I won't accept it. I can't eat anything that isn't from that supermarket. Oh, and as for the eggs, I need at least a 10-pack, and I won't accept anything that costs less than $20. And believe me, I will be inspecting the receipt. Don't you dare try and trick me by getting some cheap garbage from the convenience store around the corner. Veronica, I'm pretty sure I told you this the other day, but I'm gonna be staying at my brother's place because Wes got sent over to Seattle on a short-notice business trip. He'll be arriving soon. So what? What's your point? All that means is you need to get a move on and get it done before your brother arrives. Simple. Anyway, I never gave you permission to do a home birth in the first place. Well, I'm sorry, but whether or not I do a home birth is my decision, Veronica. My brother and his wife have everything they need to care for me, and besides, she used to be a midwife, so it's not like they're unqualified. Don't answer me back, young lady. I didn't ask for an essay. I told you I did not give you permission. Get your ass over to my house this instant. I need a word with you. That's not gonna be possible right now, Veronica. Like I said, my brother's gonna be arriving any time now. Quit making excuses. It'll only take 5 minutes. Stop answering me back and get over here right now. Okay. Veronica, what the hell are you doing? Why did you lock me in the sauna? Are you insane? You do know I'm heavily pregnant, don't you? If you can withstand the heat of the sauna, I'll acknowledge you as my daughter-in-law. I'll let you out when I'm back from my vacation, so quit your whining and focus on surviving instead. Your vacation? Today I'm going on a once-in-a-lifetime luxury 7-day trip to the East Coast that includes fancy wine bars, relaxing spa resorts, top-class 5-star restaurants, live music, and a rare cheese-tasting event. What the hell? Are you saying I have to stay in this sauna for 7 days? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. If you can tolerate the heat, I'll finally acknowledge you as my daughter-in-law and Wesley's wife. That's what you've wanted all this time, isn't it? Simple, right? It's too hot. My baby. Oh, quit being a drama queen. My friend just arrived in the car, so I'll have to go now. Toodles! Veronica, wait! Wes, there's something I need to tell you about.
What's wrong?
Your mom locked me in the sauna.
What?
Don't worry, I already managed to get out, so I'm not in danger or anything.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm pleased, but what do you mean she locked you in the sauna? Do you mean the sauna my dad and uncle had built onto their house as an extension, as a result of their sauna hobby getting a little too out of control?
That's right.
I see. I have used it myself a few times, not regularly or anything, but it's nice as a refresher after working out every now and then. But it does get pretty damn hot pretty damn quickly. To think you got locked in there? Oh my God. What exactly happened? Would you mind explaining from the beginning?
Well, you see, this is how it went. Your mom asked me to go get her a bunch of groceries, but I had to say no because my brother was set to arrive to take me to his place at any moment. Then she said she needed to talk to me about something and demanded I go over to her house. I did say no, but she insisted it'd only take 5 minutes.
I see. So you went...
I didn't want to, but I thought if I didn't, she'd make me regret it later on. I messaged my brother to let him know I was heading over to your mom's for a few minutes.
I'm pleased you're okay, babe. You have no idea how hard I panicked when you said you got locked in the sauna. But what the hell happened?
Well, your mom invited me over, then I messaged my brother. I timed it so I'd get back to our house exactly when he and his wife arrived. But when I arrived at your mom's place, no sooner had I knocked on the door than she was dragging me through the house. And before I could even make sense of what was happening, she threw me in the sauna and slammed the door behind me. I tried to get out, but she must have blocked the door with something from the outside, because it wouldn't budge. It turns out your mom had plans to go on vacation with her friends, so she left me in the house, locked in the sauna room, completely on my own.
What?
Thankfully, my brother turned up pretty much straight after she left. He used the spare key I gave him to get inside to find out what was going on when he realized I wasn't home. Unfortunately, he could hear me banging on the door. I was probably only in there for like 3 minutes at most. The sauna was still heating up by the time I got out, which means I got out of there with no issues other than feeling slightly warmer than usual. Other than the shock and surprise of being dragged through the house by your mom, I'm totally fine.
Oh my God. I see.
I had my phone with me, so I did try messaging your mom. I messaged her, "It's too hot, my baby," to pretend I was still in the sauna and make her think whatever the hell she was trying to do was still happening as planned.
I see. I understand. Oh my God, Fiona, I'm so relieved you're okay. I don't know what I would have done if... Nope, I don't even want to think about it.
I'm resting up at my brother's house right now, so don't worry about me, okay, babe? I know you're probably shocked, but I just want you to focus on your business trip.
Actually, it's looking like things on my end are going to be wrapped up way sooner than I expected. My client meetings went surprisingly smoothly, and I only have a few extra loose ends to take care of now. I'll book a flight back home for tomorrow afternoon.
All right, got it. Thanks a bunch, Wes.
So my mom's on vacation right now? Did she say when she's coming home?
She said she was going for 7 days, so next Saturday, I guess?
Well, in that case, about what we discussed before?
Huh?
I did originally plan to move forward with everything when you'd rested up and recovered for a while after the birth. But it just dawned on me that if you're already at your brother's place, all I have to do is move quickly on my end, and we can probably have everything wrapped up way sooner than we planned.
Oh, Wes, I'm super grateful, but are you sure you don't mind? Won't you be crazy busy if you take all this on now?
It's fine, babe. It's really not that much of a big deal. Besides, I feel like we'd be fools not to take advantage of this opportunity with Mom not being at the house for a whole week. Leave everything to me, okay? I got this covered.
Got it. Sorry to trouble you, sweetie. Thanks a bunch. I'm counting on you.
All right.
Fiona, where the hell are you? I have no idea how the hell you managed to escape from that sauna, but this is not acceptable behavior. You're my daughter-in-law, and you had no right to defy me like that.
I take it you're finally home then, Mom?
Oh, hello, Wesley. I just came back from my vacation. But when I opened the front door, the most pungent smell was coming from inside the house. I knew something wasn't right, so I followed my nose, and can you believe where it led me? To the sauna! The door had been left wide open! I have no idea why, but there was a box of broken eggs inside the sauna. Oh, and they must have gone rotten, because they stunk so bad my entire house reeked of rotten eggs. I bet that wretched wife of yours is responsible for this, isn't she?
What led you to that conclusion?
Well, who else could it be? She was the last person in there.
You mean my heavily pregnant wife was in the sauna? And why exactly would she go somewhere like that?
She said she wanted to use it, so I let her in.
Are you for real? That sauna reaches like 80 or 90 degrees. It's like a frickin' volcano in there. Are you seriously telling me my heavily pregnant wife, who's set to give birth in less than 2 weeks, would voluntarily go inside a place that would obviously put a massive toll on her body and jeopardize our baby's health?
But there were eggs in there, and that's the truth. Anyway, you don't know anything about this. So you're away on business in Seattle, so you couldn't possibly comment on what's going on back here. Goodness me, Wesley, when are you going to stop blindly believing whatever your wife tells you?
I came back home ages ago.
What? You did?
As for the eggs in the sauna, you demanded Fiona go to the supermarket to buy you a bunch of groceries, including eggs, didn't you? But Fiona was waiting for a ride from her brother and didn't have time for that. So she brought over some expensive, top-of-the-range eggs we had left over, hoping that would be enough for you.
What?
That's when you locked her in the sauna, isn't it? The eggs got broken during the chaos when she dropped them during your struggle as you threw her inside and locked the door behind her. After that, she was so desperately focused on getting the heck out of there to protect herself and the baby that she totally forgot about all the broken eggs on the floor. And since she didn't go back after she escaped, they've been rotting there ever since.
Wait a sec. So, is that why you messaged me just after I messaged Fiona?
Bingo! Me and Fiona are together right now.
Oh my God, no way!
Oh, and you might be interested in knowing that she successfully gave birth to a healthy baby boy 2 days ago.
What? You mean I have a grandson?
Yes.
Oh, which hospital did she give birth at? Oh, she must still be there recuperating, right? I want to meet my grandson as soon as possible.
Haha. Get real, you deluded maniac. There's no way on earth you're meeting our son.
Why not?
Because you intentionally put his and his mother's life in danger before waltzing off to go on a frickin' luxury vacation, while for all you knew, my wife could have been dying. Surely I don't have to spell it out. You can't actually be too dumb to realize that if something happened to Fiona, your grandson's life would have been in danger too, right? I can't let my wife and son go anywhere near someone as dangerous and unpredictable as you.
Oh my God, don't call me that! Oh, forget all this. I'm coming over to your house immediately. Let's just sit down and hash things out like adults instead of throwing around petty insults like school children. What's going on? Your house is practically empty. Where did all of your things go?
We moved.
What?
We couldn't risk living next door to you for a second longer while you continued to bully Fiona.
Bullying? Why, I've never heard anything so silly in my life.
You can't play dumb or worm your way out of this one, Mom. It's too late to take back what you did.
Fine, just tell me where you moved to.
Yeah, nope, that's not gonna be happening. Goodbye forever.
Wesley, wait! I can't lose my precious darling boy! No! According to Wes, his mother-in-law was the kind of person who took pleasure in bossing people around and seemed totally incapable of comprehending the consequences of her actions. To be totally honest, I didn't need to hear it from him, because I'd been tolerating her crap for years by that point. But the whole sauna incident was the straw that broke the camel's back. Her behavior finally got so out of hand that it put not only my life in danger, but also that of our unborn son, which meant we had no choice but to get as far away from her as possible and cut all ties for good. Wes was at his wit's end with his mom's crazy shenanigans, and he really meant it when he said there was no going back. Last I heard, she still lives on her own in the same house. However, astonishingly, she still doesn't seem to understand why we had to get away from her, and lacks any comprehension of the fact she did something wrong. The final nail in her coffin was that afterwards, she went around complaining to all her friends about her son's ingratitude towards her, locking me in the sauna to teach me a lesson. With that, she became a total social pariah. Now she doesn't have a single friend left in the world, none of her family are speaking to her, and she spends every day in abject loneliness and isolation, wondering where it all went wrong. Thanks for watching, folks! We hope you enjoyed the video! Don't forget to prove what a boss you are by liking and subscribing. Also, leave a comment if you think the mother-in-law from hell Veronica got what she deserved. We can't wait to see you again next time. Peace!